Now, the media and the people that run the media, y'all, I think y'all know who I'm talking about. They just don't want to leave us alone. They always got some type of scheme, trick around our culture. And the newest one is they're just really messing around with our identity in a whole different way. And I'm gonna tell you where it started, and I'm gonna tell you what they're trying to do with it. We gonna get to talking about that. But what's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Welcome back to Moxy Approved. What's up with y'all, Moxy Mom? You already know what to do. Hit that like button, turn that notification bell all the way up to all, and make sure you share this video. And if you're new to the page, and if you haven't done this yet, please do me one small favor. Apply pressure to that subscribe button. Apply pressure to that subscribe button. But what we talking about? What we talking about? Kelly Curtis, she has become the first U.S. black skeleton player. Yes, I'm not trolling. When y'all see that thumbnail, that's not a troll. She's the first black U.S. skeleton player. Now, before I get deep into this message, let me make a small disclaimer, all right? Because I'm not into colorism, okay? FBA, ADOS, we come in all different shades, okay? We have actually given birth to other races. We're the only race that can do that, all right? But this is not the case when it comes to Kelly Curtis. Kelly Curtis is something that the media themselves, she's a word that the media themselves don't want to use. They want to tag these identifying labels on people to make them identify as us. Kelly Curtis, she even said this herself. She is biracial. Now take a look at her parents. Right. It is clear that this woman is biracial, and that's all right. You know, now I'm not speaking no hate or no malice toward this woman. You know, she's an Olympian. She's a sports athlete. She doesn't deserve any kind of criticism from me. And I'm not trying to criticize this woman. It's the media that's trying to make her identify as certain stuff when she is biracial. And I'm gonna tell y'all where this started. This really actually started a long time ago, but we've seen an uptick in this type of trickery from the media ever since Kamala Harris became vice president. And the reason why I don't like when the media does this and they'll just give somebody the title that they're black, you know, is because, all right, take into the term Kamala Harris. Don't forget, I told y'all it's the Kamala Harris effect, all right, where if they have anybody in their family that looks like one of us, they just go with the whole black thing. When Kamala Harris, she does not come across as, well, I know she's not FBA or ADOS. And even when you look at some of the stuff these people do, like Kamala Harris, she spent most of her career locking black people up. Even when the court, that was her job, she was a DA, so I'm not being mad at that, but when the courts said that some of her cases had all this evidence that was tampered with and had to let a lot of these black men go, Kamala Harris didn't want to do it. And she fought tooth and nail against the court, and the court is her boss. When you're the district attorney, the DA, the court is your boss. She fought to the end for them people not to be out, okay? And we already know her husband looks like a slave owner, all right? So, but they got her there representing us. They got her there representing us, calling her the first black vice president. Now, the problem I have with this, and even with someone with Kelly Curtis, is that, all right, let's take Kelly Curtis in the Olympics or whatever. One day there might be a chocolate brown woman or a light-skinned FBA ADOS woman, all right, that makes it as far as she does in the Winter Olympics. She's not gonna get her just flowers, okay? She's not gonna get her full credit. She's gonna be called the second black U.S. skeleton player. All right, same thing with Kamala Harris. Y'all know it'll be much harder for Stacey Abrams. She will go through way more racism than Kamala Harris. So if she ever makes it that far in politics and stuff like that, she's not gonna get her just due because Kamala Harris is already there. And really, Kamala Harris with Kelly Curtis, they are biracial. And that the way they're doing it is they want everybody to represent us but us. These people, like, when I first got on here, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I didn't see why. I did a Sean King, friend or foe, and I didn't see why people had a problem with Sean King. I'm starting to get it because I see some of the same thing that's happening on YouTube. And the people on YouTube are actually taking advantage of this stuff that the media is doing. The media is doing it because they are trying to make black subjective, okay? They already stole our identity. But this identity we have, we made it look so gracious, so wonderful, that now they're trying to wipe that away too. They're trying to blur that line too. They're trying to make black subjective. And some of y'all probably saying, well, what about the one drop rule? The one drop rule was made so slave owners wouldn't sleep with their slaves and have kids with them. That's why they did that. We can't let white people determine who is one of us, how to identify us. We have to stop letting them do that, putting labels on people, okay? Because they keep moving the goal. Y'all know before they had the brown paper bag test. If you couldn't pass the brown paper, if you were darker than the brown paper bag, you were black. If you were lighter than that, then you wasn't black. Okay? So we can't let these folks, let the media and the people who run the media, we have to stop letting them determine who identifies as us. That's why I like the term FBA and ADOS. I like it. Because they don't want to use the real term that it is, which is biracial. And it can become toxic. It's become toxic on YouTube. You have people, y'all done already heard me say this, like Hassan Campbell, that are obviously biracial, but they want to sit on that identifying label of black, then so they can say some toxic stuff in our community. And he's not the only one. There's more people. I haven't even said their names. I'm starting to notice on YouTube, there are a group of people that have realized talking bad about the black community, talking down to the black community, you can get paid here on YouTube, all right? So they spend their time identifying themselves as black. Look, those of y'all who've been watching me, I ain't never on this page have said, oh, Moxy, I am black. It's obvious. It's something wrong when you hear a YouTube creator have to say, hey, I am black. Because then 95% of the time after they do that, they got something very toxic to say to us. Condescending, real negative, okay? And it's like, we can't have everybody coming on here doing that. We already got Tommy Sotomayor, who is somebody who is actually FBA and ADOS, that they done build a page just dogging out black people, black men and black women. And it's like, we gotta start speaking against that. And we gotta stop supporting these people. I'm never about silencing or shutting people up. I just don't do that. But I am about, man, just take your support away from these folks. They're really not a help to the community. And you know what? If some of these biracial people want to speak to the black community and become an asset, that's fine. But especially here on YouTube, a lot of them are not. Kamala Harris' career, she was not an asset for black people, okay? And I think it's a shame that she was able to get as far as she is with the title as the first black female president. They're making black subjective. So I'm gonna tell you what, because you know I don't like just come on here and complaining and not having no solution. Me, myself, and I think y'all ADOS and FBA watching this, we have to move away from the term black, okay? Because now everybody want to use it, all right? And everybody ain't going through the stuff that black people go through. Then, well, behind closed doors, they calling us niggas, monkeys, and all kinds of stuff, all right? So we have to cut out some of this stuff from these people, man. And we have to stop letting white people dictate who gets to be able to identify as one of us. And that's why I'm gonna start slowly moving away from the term black, but because it's become so broad and now it's become subjective. I mean, this shit is crazy. Nothing is wrong with the term biracial. Not only that, one of the biggest populations that are increasing here in America is the biracial community. Y'all people can talk about them. There's a whole group of people that no one wants to talk to, biracial, because the media is making these people choose a side. Now I'm gonna start the same way I finished. Kelly Curtis, she definitely recognizes herself as somebody that's biracial, and she even says the whole thing about her being black, the whole topic, it becomes exhausting. And I get it. It's the media that makes them have to pick and choose, and really they don't have to pick and choose. They're just biracial, and there's nothing wrong with it. Say it with me. Biracial. There's nothing wrong with it, all right? I ain't gotta tell you, look, I'm FBA. I'm not biracial, all right? But the term black, they done turned it, just like they do with other words, they done turned it into some nonsense now. Well, anyways, y'all know how we like to end our videos over here on Moxy Approved, right? With that water. I see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved.